Daily News Brief is here, sharp, short, and to the point. Subscribe now to stay in the loop. Here are the top highlights making headlines in the news today. FTSE 100 Live. Stocks rise amid global bond sell-off while gold hits fresh highs. President Trump's assistant grabs attention with her golf course outfit. World leaders joined China's military parade in show of solidarity with Beijing. Frontrunner, to be North Korea's next supreme leader, makes international debut in China. Paris Hilton took out a mortgage on the $63 million mansion she bought from Mark Wahlberg. Here's why that's actually a smart financial decision. Northwestern professor reported missing in Evanston has been found. Russia says it will help China overtake the United States on nuclear power. Forget walking and swimming. Harvard research says this is the best way to keep fit after 60. Eric Trump suffers total meltdown over wild rumor about his dad. A House committee investigating the Jeffrey Epstein case has withdrawn a subpoena to Robert Mueller. Tow truck driver faces federal charges for allegedly taking away ICE vehicle. A common nasal spray may block COVID infection, trial results indicate. Exclusive Saudi Aramco, Iraq's SOMO halt crude sales to Indian refiner Nayara, sources say. Here's the average retirement nest egg Americans have stashed away by age 65, how do you stack up? Major billionaire makes bombshell accusation against Trump. Most people are silent. Ukraine's Zelensky says Russia engaged in a new troop buildup. Stay tuned as we break down the stories behind these headlines. Global stocks in the FTSE 100 rose after previous losses as government bond sell-offs continue.
United Kingdom 30-year bond yields reached a 27-year high of 5.747%.
Japanese 30-year bond yields also hit a record high of 3.255%.
Gold prices reached $3,546.99 per ounce, a seventh consecutive daily rise.
Investors are seeking safe havens amid inflation and debt concerns.
The European Central Bank President Christine Lagarde is expected to comment on monetary policy.
United States job openings data for July is also anticipated.
The British pound fell slightly against the United States dollar to 1.3374.
Margot Martin, President Trump's personal assistant, has garnered attention for her golf course attire.
She has a large social media following with over 300,000 followers.
A photograph of Martin and President Trump on the golf course became popular on social media.
Martin wore a slim green pullover and a white skirt.
She serves as a special assistant and communications advisor to Donald Trump.
Martin also has a significant following on Instagram.
President Trump has played golf frequently since taking office.
This information was initially published by The Spun.
World leaders gathered in Beijing for a military parade commemorating the 80th anniversary of the end of World War II.
President Xi Jinping of China hosted the event.
Notable attendees included President Vladimir Putin of Russia and leader Kim Jong-un of North Korea.
Their presence signaled a show of solidarity with China.
Leaders from the United States, Western Europe, Japan, and India were not in attendance.
However, the event showcased China's influence among nations friendly to Beijing.
Presidents from several countries including Iran, Belarus, and Indonesia were present.
Leaders from Central Asia and other regions also participated.
Kim Jong-un brought his daughter to Beijing, marking her first public appearance abroad.
This has fueled speculation that she is his potential successor.
South Korean intelligence believes she is Joo-ae, the daughter previously mentioned by Dennis Rodman.
She accompanied her father to a military parade commemorating the end of World War II.
Michael Madden, a North Korea leadership expert, believes Joo-ae is the front-runner to be the next supreme leader.
This is the first time she has accompanied Kim Jong-un outside North Korea.
It is also noteworthy that neither Kim Jong-un nor his aunt had similar experiences at her age.
Joo-ae is gaining valuable experience interacting with foreign leaders.
Paris Hilton recently purchased a $63 million mansion.
She financed this purchase with a substantial mortgage.
This might seem surprising given her considerable wealth.
However, this is a common strategy among the ultra-wealthy.
Experts say wealthy individuals often prefer to keep their cash liquid.
They use mortgages to maintain financial flexibility.
This allows them to invest in potentially higher yield opportunities.
It is a way to maximize their returns.
Professor Nina Kraus, age 72, was reported missing from her Evanston home on Monday morning.
She had left for a walk and did not return.
Evanston police announced around 5 p.m. that Professor Kraus had been located within the city.
She was transported to a local hospital for treatment.
Kraus is a professor of neurobiology and otolaryngology at Northwestern University's School of Communication.
Her disappearance prompted a search involving drones and canine units.
Police Commander Ryan Glue stated that foul play is not suspected and that Krause has no history of dementia.
She had reportedly left her phone at home.
Russia will assist China in becoming the world's largest nuclear power producer.
China aims to surpass the United States, which currently has almost 97 gigawatts of installed capacity.
China already has 53.2 gigawatts of operating nuclear power reactor capacity.
Their goal is to exceed 100 gigawatts of capacity.
Russia is currently assisting China by building 4 nuclear reactors and has already completed 4 others.
China will require significant amounts of uranium and nuclear fuel to achieve its goals.
This will necessitate the development of a new generation of closed nuclear fuel cycle reactors.
This new generation will be based on Russian technology.
Muscle loss accelerates after 60, increasing fall risks.
Harvard research suggests Tai Chi is ideal for fitness after 60, not walking or swimming.
Tai Chi, unlike high-impact martial arts, uses slow movements.
It builds strength, especially in legs and core.
Harvard studies show Tai Chi improves responsiveness and coordination.
It builds functional strength, reducing fall risks.
As weight-bearing exercise, Tai Chi benefits bone density, combating osteoporosis.
Tai Chi also improves memory, concentration, and sleep quality.
Eric Trump addressed rumors about his father's health, criticizing those who spread them.
These rumors arose during the former president's recent 4-day absence from public view.
The rumors intensified due to past reports about Donald Trump's physical ailments.
Donald Trump dismissed the rumors by playing golf and stating he has never felt better.
Eric Trump previously questioned Joe Biden's cognitive abilities during the 2020 election.
Donald Trump also shared a post suggesting Joe Biden was replaced by non-human entities.
Vice President J.D. Vance commented on being prepared if a tragedy were to befall the president.
The White House acknowledged Donald Trump has some age-related physical issues.
A House committee investigating the Justice Department is handling of the Jeffrey Epstein case.
The committee has withdrawn a subpoena to former Federal Bureau of Investigation Director Robert Mueller.
This is due to unspecified health issues preventing his testimony.
Reports indicate Mueller was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease in 2021.
Mueller served as Federal Bureau of Investigation Director for over a decade, appointed by President George W. Bush.
He later led the special counsel investigation into Russian interference in the 2016 election.
The subpoena related to the Justice Department investigation of Epstein during Mueller's time as Federal Bureau of Investigation Director.
It is unclear what knowledge Mueller had of the earlier non-prosecution agreement with Epstein.
A common allergy nasal spray, azolastine, may help prevent COVID infections, according to a new study.
German researchers found that the infection rate was significantly lower in the group using azolastine compared to a placebo group.
The study involved over 400 adults who used the nasal spray 3 times a day.
While promising, more research is needed, especially in higher risk groups.
Azolastine may work by binding to the virus in the nasal lining or interacting with cell receptors.
Researchers are not entirely sure why it is effective, but it could be a scalable preventative measure.
Experts caution that it is not a replacement for vaccines.
Larger studies are needed before recommending it for general use.
Saudi Aramco and Iraq's SOMO have halted crude oil sales to India's Nayara Energy.
This follows sanctions imposed by the European Union in July on the Russian-backed refiner.
Nayara, majority owned by Russian entities including Rosneft, relied entirely on Russia for crude oil imports in August.
Nayara typically receives around 2 million barrels of Iraqi crude and 1 million barrels of Saudi crude each month.
However, they received no shipments from either supplier during August.
The sanctions have reportedly created payment problems for Nayara's purchases from SOMO.
Nayara's last Saudi delivery was on July 18, consisting of Arab light and Basra heavy crude.
Nayara is now receiving direct supplies from Rosneft and operating its refinery at reduced capacity due to difficulties selling its products.
Many Americans worry about outliving their retirement savings.
A recent survey found this is the biggest fear for about 58% of retirement savers.
The average retirement balance for those 65 and older is around $232,710.
Consulting a financial advisor is the best way to assess your retirement readiness.
Average retirement savings vary by age group.
Those aged 25 to 34 have an average of $30,017.
For those 55 to 64, the average rises to $207,874.
Consider opening an individual retirement account to grow your nest egg over time.
Billionaire Ray Dalio warns that the United States is shifting towards autocratic politics.
He cites declining trust, wealth disparity, and differing values as contributing factors.
Dalio compared current sociopolitical events to the 1930s and 1940s.
He likened the government's investment in Intel to autocratic financial control.
Dalio criticized President Trump's pressure on the Federal Reserve.
He expressed concern over Trump's attempts to remove Lisa Cook.
Dalio believes these actions undermine confidence in the Federal Reserve.
He warned that this could weaken the value of dollar-denominated debt.